Selamat welcome Zen Joyers. Today I'm bringing you a 2-for-1. 2 gameplays in one video since they're kind of short each. But today we're fighting first of all Vynnset, which is an underutilized hero currently in the meta, but she does have very powerful pop-off turns when she can chain together multiple Rune Gate cards in combination with Go-Again effects and Rune Chant generation. Secondly, we're going to be fighting a deck that was used by the Pro Tour winner, Uzuri. Now that Uzuri won the meta, there's a lot more Uzuri running around, because previously it was all news everywhere, like we saw in Lupine Fiasco's KO Journey. There was a ton of new videos, but now, ever since Uzuri won, there's a lot more of her running around, which is a nice pace of change. But let's see if we can adapt and play versus Uzuri, who took down the Zen at the finals. So enjoy today's video and don't forget to like and subscribe, as it is the best free way you can support free content that posts deck list and other flesh and blood related content directly to your video feed. Let's go ahead and watch the gameplay. Okay, against Vynnset, we actually want to go first, since we want to deny her the setting up of Rune Chants. I'm going to be on Kakara, since they're going to be blocking. We want to be on one Arcane Barrier, probably going to be Flippers. Or actually, no, let's not be on Arcane Barrier. Let's just kill them before they kill us. This hand's nuts. We get to transcend on our first turn, and we can fetch a combo card that we can use with bonds on our next turn. This is the best first turn that we can ask for. Let's see, probably want either Aspect of Tiger Body, because it's a 0 cost, 100 wins, Spinning Wheel Kick, Chase the Tail, or Tiger Swipe. We do not want Mauling Key, since it's possible that we draw multiple Chain Enders. But at this rate, I'll probably just grab the Wheel Kick, since it's a breakpoint, so it's possible that we leak point of damage here. And it's generic Go Again, and sometimes we only have one floating since we're not on needles. So yeah, I think that's fine. But grabbing 100 wins or Aspect or Tiger Swipe would also be defensible. This hand's not very good. Okay. Red Moth, which means we kind of want to block. Yeah, we can either block with Shuko. Nah, let's just block 6 here. I mean, we're over blocking, but denying them 3 Rune Chants is very important. They're guaranteed to get 2 Rune Chants from this. If we give them a 3rd, doesn't really matter since they're gonna get the 3rd from the Hero ability. So yeah, let that hit, and we're gonna CNC them. Hopefully redraw into Artifor or Harmony so we can pop our Traverse and Strides. Okay, we now have 3 combo targets. Whoa, they're conserving most of their hand. Blocking, using their creepers as Iron Rot spells scary stuff. This is basically the same hand as last turn, and their hand is the same as well. Block 5 here, putting Tiger Swipe as a combo target. They're probably going to flail again. Back in the same spot. But this time they don't have creepers and balance to bail them out. Yeah, this is just Art of War / Harmony waiting room. Okay. CNC 9 value. Noise. There we go. But sadly, they have widespread. Okay, our arsenal's a goner. We can block with aspect and kind of want to arsenal this, but I also kind of want to arsenal the bonds. We can put the bonds back in the deck by pitching it into Mauling Key. We can block 3 with aspect. With only blocking 3 doesn't stop the unhit here, so might as well block the next attack. We're in a bit of a life deficit right now. Okay. Now they're out of rune chance. They don't have their cool hand. They don't have a deathly whale. So they have to start their turn from scratch. Just being patient, since our big turn is starting to overwhelm Vynnset. Just need to make sure we don't go below like 8, which is very killable with a bunch of rune chants. Oh, where are our blues and Art of Wars? Them not attacking us was pretty bad. This is a 4-card 14, but it's just damage, and if they have another widespread destruction or annihilation, things are looking not good. I think we might have been a bit too greedy since we didn't find the perfect hand to pop off, but I mean, having Harmony and Bonds probably was good enough. We can just block with the Traverse, not use the Striders yet. The neat thing is, versus Annihilation, if we don't have an Art of War, we can banish the Tiger that we get from Reprisal. Since the banish is at the combat chain close and we get the Tiger during our defense step, them blocking with cards is good for us. Okay, they're at 2, 3, 4, so they're going to play their Annihilation, so we're definitely going to be blocking with our Strides, no matter if we draw Art of War or not. Blocking like so. This hand's decent. We have the Descendant, which means we can tutor for the bonds. Banish. Actually, yeah, no. Banishing Tiger is correct. Okay, now we play Harmony. There is our Art of War. Bleh. Okay. Play this, pitch this. We can get a Tiger from this, so we can grab something else, but we should have done it at the start of the turn. So we will just grab the aspect here. Use this for Kakara. So we're dealing 5 with this, 5 with this, 4 with aspect, 2 with Kakara. Okay. Thankfully, we have 2 copies of aspect. We have 2 copies of every combo card except for Descendant Ghost Wave and Mauling Key. Yeah. Cool. Okay, we're gonna Kakara here. Tiger. Yep, just the normal chase aspect, and then we have full tempo. They have no cards. They can't pop the balance since we didn't use Art of War. So we're dealing 5, 4, 3. That's what, 9, 12. They have 2 cards in hand. If either of these are 2 blocks, they're dead. Yeah, and they're dead regardless because they have a blood debt. So yeah, I guess being really patient, waiting for the correct hand, paid off. Next up is against Uzuri. Want to go second in this matchup, and how we're gonna side is our D-reacts, and that's about it. We don't really want weakest link because that's more for new. It doesn't do anything. Uzuri has no non-blocks. We don't want to be on needles. We want to be on our standard loadout, and that's it. Just ship it. And the good thing about versing Uzuri is we don't need to take out our levels, which are really strong blues, unlike versing new, where we have to take out these blues and put in some lame blues like Warmongers that don't do anything other than being unstealable. Versus Uzuri is different and interesting. Having more D-reacts benefit this matchup more. But, okay. I think blocking 6 is just correct, since they can swap into something. That's lame. They have the ultimate punish for blocking and respecting the damage. We can dig. I like digging since if we draw any transcend, we don't. That's super lame. We can pass and arsenal bonds. Or we can pass an arsenal harmony. Well, we're definitely paying for the first one. Okay. Let's think about if we want to pay for the second one. One of blue. Then it's probably correct. I think what I should have done is pay for the first one over pitching with bonds and not paying the second one. Yeah, here we're being punished. This hands would be so much better if we had harmony in our arsenal. Instead, we're stuck. I mean, we could block with armor, but what good does that do? Okay, we're down on life, but at least we get to snipe their leave no witnesses. Yep. And we do this in response, so we get the tiger. We can grab our Chista tail. And we get to arsenal our Art of War. So overall, not too bad. It's coming in for 1, 4, and 4. A 3-card 9 is perfectly serviceable. Arsenaling Art of War. Okay, yeah, their D-react was stuck since we did not attack them. Basically. Okay, they're popping both. That might be an indicator that they're gonna have bonds in hand. Being on perdition is wild though, and not being on balance. This hand's gas, if we can keep it. If they don't have shred, we Gucci. If they do have shred, we're kind of screwed. I think the correct line is just blocking with legs. But yeah, just blocking with legs. Let him like pop boots. But I'm gonna go with more fun line. This makes them have to have it. If they don't have it right here, then our turn is super strong. Okay. I actually want to pitch the G since I want to play levels. Okay. Since we drew another blue, we can Kakara first. Yes. Now we can levels, pitch this blue, use Rising Sun Setting Moon to dip our E-Strike most likely. Yes. Oh, sorry. This. Dip. This. Zen. So we get all three modes. We grab something that's generically good, like 100 wins. Then we can wait on the Art of War to see what we draw off of levels. Let's pop the second Art of War. We don't really want to banish this tiger since we need it to start our chase aspect line. We're just going to banish this 100 wins. Okay. We can play the Preserve Tradition just so we have a chi in deck and we get to grab our Chase the Tail back since we're gonna put one into play. Put one into graveyard, I mean. Okay, we're gonna play 100 wins. This is coming in for 5. And then Tigers for 3. Chase for 6. Aspect for 5. Tiger for 5. Yeah. We got paid off. Super hard. Again, they don't have CNC or Leaf No Witnesses in their graveyard. So I'm inclined to choose draw a card with my E-Strike here. But I wouldn't blame anyone for just choosing the plus damage line. They're really keen on keeping those cards. So I would, yeah, I'm even more inclined to choose draw cards since usually on pop-off turns, people don't keep cards. So their disruption is more likely to be hand disruption. So by having a card in Arsenal, we're more likely to have a turn, even when our hand gets disrupted. So 7 draw card is really nice. Even though we could be pushing 9 here, grabbing an extra card there is nice. But a thing to note is we no longer have any armor whatsoever. But the life differential, we're 25, no, 25, yeah. 25 life ahead. we're most likely just going to be using this for pitch. We can spinning wheel kick, aspect, tiger, mauling key. If this is nothing disrupting, we can just pass. If this is a leave no witnesses, we're kind of punished for choosing draw a card there. Them flicking their... Okay, what can Codex grab? Nothing of value. They don't have the resources for shakedown. If it's infect, we don't care. If it's picked to pieces, it's even worse. If it's E-strike, they don't have the card to play it. So they just grabbed shakedown and passed. So yeah, and the ponder was wasted too, since they didn't fire off whatever is in their arsenal. So yeah, that's great for us. The only thing is it makes our spinning wheel kick 1 power less, which is a godsend for a Codex turn, because usually it's one of their power turns is when they dagger and then Codex, or just block out and then Codex. They grab the tempo that way. Yeah, we could Kakara by pitching Flick Flack, but since we're under frailty, it's not worth. It's much better having a D-React in Arsenal, so we can protect against their powerful attacks. We can block with 1 card plus Flick Flack from Arsenal and keep a 3-card hand. It's much more likely to pressure cards out of their hand. Shakedown, we can block with this card. Pass, wait for them to pop these, and then play our Flick Flack. Turns not the best. We have 2 options. We can blind Artifor, or we can bonk 2 into 2 Arsenal Artifor, but we've only seen 1 Codex, 1 CNC, and 1 Leave No Witnesses. I think it's either this turn or next turn we're bound to see another Arsenal Disruption card. So, and their life total is very low. I'm inclined to just snap it off. It's not the highest value Artifor, but okay. If we blind hit, we're the best players in the world. Never didn't have it. This turn just turned from potentially 0 or just Kakara into massive damage. We get to Transcend, which is nuts. Get to Zen. We have Kakara. Yeah, I think going with Tiger Swipe is highest damage potential. It's the same as grabbing red 100 wins, but it has an on hit, and the on hit actually matters since we're on an Art of War turn. Yeah, if they don't block this out, it's an extra 1. But if they do block it out, we get full tempo, and they're at 4 now instead of 9. Better lucky than good. Now this hand's kind of ass, but it's still 11. We can E-strike go again into CNC. They need to keep giving us their hand. The life differential is just way too high, so that's one of the reasons where you can gamble on them just not having it. Okay, pitching this deck is nutty because you can pitch reds and use your blues and output more damage than just using the blue to pitch for the reds. It's mind-boggling. Oh, yeah, I mean this. Grab a bonds. Bonds grabs. Let's check our banish. We have 2 red 100 wins, so we still have one more. We have one swipe there, one swipe there. We also have a swipe. Swipe is highest damage, so let's just grab swipe. And we get to Arsenal the Tiger as well. Since Aspect creates a Tiger, which we can use to enable our swipe. So we have an extra Tiger for next turn, so even blue is guaranteed to come in for 3 since Kakara is online. Unless this is a D-React, we're guaranteed to leak 1 damage, and now we keep an Arsenal. Ooh, 2 damage as well. Okay. So yeah, not having multiple shitty chain enders or bricks is nice. This hand though is less nice. Yeah, I mean we can use the flick flack as pitch to play 2-1-4-4. Bunch of breakpoints. They're gonna let the 1 through. They can't let the first 4 through. Give us 2 cards or a D-React. Now they give us their last 2 cards. Now they're at 1. Let's think here. We can go 0, 2, 5. Wait. Yeah, if we want to fit both this and this, we can't do this. So it's better if we use this as pitch. We can get 1, 2, 5, strips their hand. We get to Arsenal a Harmony. Or is it better to Arsenal levels? But we're definitely Kakaraing. I think it's better to Arsenal levels. So we're pitching Harmony. Yeah, 2 grabs a card, 1 grabs a card, 5 grabs 2 cards, Arsenal this. So we have a 1 cost 5 if we don't draw a chain ender, or just a 1 cost 3 go again for an extender. So most likely they'll be dead on the next cycle since we pitch and used our flick flacks and we haven't shuffled our decks since. What is this hand? I mean, they're 100% dead here. Let's just grab spinning. Get to choose buff power, go again. No reason to choose draw card since we might draw into a non-attack. Just strip 2 cards with this, 2 cards with this. CNC will kill them. Cool. We have no intention to Arsenal this turn. Oh, we get to Kakara even before we CNC, but we're just gonna CNC outright. Faster. There we go. I guess Uzuri's can brick if you take some risk. Going back to that pivotal moment where we dealt 31 damage, very, very important to be able to put your opponent on cards to feel out whether they have it or they don't. It's a risky line. I mean, if that was like at the finals of a ProQuest, I would take more time to consider whether they have it or not. Because if they do have it, then we're very screwed. I mean, if they take the chi, we can still transcend by pitching a red to our levels and then using Rising Sun Setting Moon. However, it's much less powerful than what we were able to do, but knowing that even through them sniping one of your blues or one of your reds, they're most likely going to call blue if you pop your Traverse, since they're guaranteed to hit your best card. However, knowing that you can still deal damage even when they take a card from your hand is one of the key things to look out for, whether you can take that risk or not. For example, if I didn't have the Transcend plus blue in hand along with the chi that I grabbed with Traverse, I would be less inclined to pop off there. It's possible that I commit a card and a bit of armor and save the rest of the armor for later, since assassins present a lot of breakpoints. But yeah, sometimes taking risks, calculated risks, wins you games. That's it for today, and as always, sampai goodbye.